Hello everyone, and thank you for watching this video. And what we want to do is share some information with you. The university rolled out a new program beginning this past spring. We rolled it out in the first session, and we learned a few lessons that we wanted to share with everyone. Try to make the second rollout, starting in the second session in March, a little bit smoother. And what it's called is First Day Access. It is a initiative that we have partnered with McGraw-Hill, and McGraw-Hill is offering this to our students so that they can get almost immediate access to their digital course content once they log into your Moodle shell, and that they get that at a reduced price. So there's a few nuances I want to bring to your attention, and I'm going to send you some Word documents and a few other attachments that goes along with this. And as you review this video and as you review that information, if you have any questions whatsoever, please give me a contact and we can jump on Zoom, or I can address a question hopefully via email or via my cell phone, and you'll have all that contact information. Hopefully we can make this process a little bit smoother this time around. So I've got my screen shared, and what you should see is our UMO bookstore. And on this bookstore, I just pulled a few courses that we are using First Day Access in. And some of those courses are going to be some of our accounting courses, some of our finance courses, our business, a 302 course, a marketing course for the second session. And if this goes as good as we hoped, moving forward, this may expand to a few other vendors as well. But for right now, and for the summer, we're going to kind of keep it to some of these courses with McGraw-Hill. So a student is used to going to the UMO bookstore, and once they get to the bookstore, they find their course that they're interested in taking, and they're looking for the course by the session in the spring semester for this particular example, and the course ID numbers, or the course unique numbers of finance, accounting, and marketing. So this is what they this is what they typically will do when they come to the bookstore. What has changed is this note, these course notes, where you see that this course required digital materials are being delivered within the course at a discount rate, billed to your student account, and if you would like to opt out, contact the bookstore manager. So that's one way in which they can opt out, and I'm going to show you another way that is going to be embedded into your Moodle shell. But one of the nuances here is you see that once they select the format, what they get is this note here that these course materials, or these materials are included in your course, go to class first. And what this is part of the First Day Access, where in the past they've came here to our bookstore to buy their textbook along with their Connect access to their learning management systems or external homework management system, and they can do everything here. But now because of this, we're saying, hey, go to your course Moodle shell, and I'm going to show that to you here momentarily. So hopefully this will connect that dot. But what I wanted to share with you is once they see that, and if the student calls you and say, hey, this is the note that I'm seeing when I tried to order my electronic materials, what do I do? Well, what they should do is they should go to your course Moodle shell, and again, we're going to explain that in a moment. But continuing on with our bookstore discussion, what you also see is another ISBN number of the, and this here is the textbook. If they choose to say, hey, I don't want to have just the electronic access to the homework management system, what I want is a hard copy textbook. They can provide, they can purchase this here like they've always done when they select the drop-down menu or select format. They can go ahead and purchase a hard copy loose leaf text if they so choose. That still does not mean that that they cannot buy the Connect Access, because they got to buy the Connect Access, especially if you're using that in your learning management system. And you see very similar notes for accounting 440, very same thing. When they get a select the electronic material with the Connect, that tells them to go to their first class. They can still buy the textbook if they wanted to buy the loose leaf textbooks along with the QuickBooks for this particular course. Here's an example of Finance 210. And as you can see, same note, but yet if they want to buy a loose leaf textbook, they can get it. So when, again, in the past, they come here, they buy the material, and I was saying, hey, if you want the digital content, go to your course Moodle shell. So I pulled up a course Moodle shell just as an example so you can see it. This is an Accounting 212 launching in the second session, and it's got two things in it that I really want to bring to your attention. Back on the other screen, it said go to your course Moodle shell to get access. There's two things here that we want you to be aware of. This link here called Course Materials. It says click here, as you can see, if you want to opt out of first day access, which includes your text and homework management system. So if a student says, I don't really want to have the electronic material, I don't really care for that, I want to opt out of this program. The default setting is opt-in. So it defaults to opt-in. So whenever they go to the course material, it pulls up their course. You can see that it has the opt-in already selected. You can see the difference between the opt-in price and the opt-out price if they choose to go buy this text from somewhere else. Again, opting out of the electronic version of the text and the homework management system, by doing this, they're still required to go buy that digital access from somewhere else. But they can buy the textbook, they can buy that access code from anybody they want to buy it. We're not forcing them to come here to do it if they want to go get it somewhere else. But because this is opt-in and it's a program that we have partnered with one of our vendors, they have a deadline to which to make their decision. After April 3rd, they cannot opt out of the first day access. After this date, their account will be automatically charged this opt-in price for that particular access code to that electronic material, whether they bought it somewhere else. But if they bought it somewhere else, and if they wait till after April 3rd and try to opt out, they have passed the deadline and it's too late. Now, they can opt out. We can come here, and if we say, hey, I want to opt out, I can go to my opt out button here. I can select yes and hit confirm, and it's going to take me out of the program. Now, if I do this and I'm within that deadline date, if I say after I go out and start looking and say, hey, I think I want to opt back in, this will change from opt out to opt in, and they can opt back in up to this expiration or deadline date. Again, once they pass that date, it is done. But they cannot go back and undo. And what this, again, this first day access does is allow them to get access to the course material at a much reduced price. It's automatic. They don't have to enroll. They're already automatically enrolled once they're enrolled into the course, and once you open up the course registrations instructions to McGraw-Hill, and we're going to show you that here momentarily. And their account will automatically be charged the opt-in price. So it's important that if they decide to opt out, if they don't want to do this, that they come here or contact the bookstore to make their decision, preferably here, so that automatically will feed the bookstore. But if they rather talk to the bookstore, that's certainly their option as well. But the biggest thing here is that if they choose not to make a decision to opt out and remain opt-in, which is recommended, their account will be charged, period. Even if they go buy it somewhere else, their account is going to be charged. The other thing that this link allows that student to do is if they want to continue shopping, they can links it directly back to our UMO bookstore if they choose to want to get it accessed that way. So that's really what this is all about when it comes to this course material link. that is embedded in all of your Moodle shells, and it just allows them to make that opt-out decision or to continue shopping. Do not delete this link from your Moodle shell. It's there for a reason. This is what it looks like. And if you delete it, then they have no option to automatically opt out. And again, they're going to be charged after it passes the deadline date. So please don't delete that. Now, with some of these courses using this first day access, you're going to have to contact McGraw-Hill. You're going to need to have a McGraw-Hill account if you don't already have one. And you're going to see this information included into this Word document I'm going to send you. And you have to get an account established by contacting our McGraw-Hill representative. I've got their email and their 800 number, which I'll share with you in this Word document. And you want to get an account, first get your account set up, then get you in a course set up that's specific to the course that you are teaching. And once that course is established, the students are automatically enrolled. McGraw-Hill will send you what is called course registration or student registration instructions. This is an example of what one will look like. They may come in different versions, but the bottom line is that this Connect instructions, it needs to be received from McGraw-Hill, and it needs to be embedded into your course. As we can see, this is Accounting 211. Christopher Mills is teaching this course. This is the registration date that's available for the students to get signed in and start doing their homework management stuff. And this is the actual link that will connect you back to Connect. And here, when you get here at this point, you can see, please validate that this information is correct, that you are the course professor, and that this is assigned for your course. But again, you have to contact McGraw-Hill to make sure you have an account. If you don't already have one, request the course be established. Now, once the course gets established and you get the instructions here, when the students log in to go to Connect, they also will have to create their account by their email and their own unique password. Then they can use this link to get back to your homework management system. And in that homework management system, you can use it, and you're going to have to set up the homework assignments, the quizzes, or any videos or any simulations that you want that student to use. So, and I'm working with Ms. Joyce to see how we can get the grade book in Connect to auto import into Moodle shell. We're not there yet, so you may have to create and go in and manually pull the grades from Connect and manually insert them into your Moodle. Moodle is the official record for what is being done in the course. So we need to make sure that those grades get imported or inserted or inputted into Moodle. But once this is established, again, you go in, you set up the homework, the assignments, the quizzes, the videos, the simulation, whatever you're using for this particular course. Now, if this is the first time you're using this, let us know, and we'll try to find another course that someone else has already created and see if we can't get that in course imported by the vendor being McGraw-Hill. They will have to do that for us. They don't grant us that ability to do that as administrators. So as we don't have administrative rights, what I'm trying to say yet. So they'll have to get that done by them. But there's two things again that needs to occur. Making sure that this course material link is embedded into your Moodle shell, which is automatically going to be there. Do not delete. You have to contact the vendor to get the Connect registration or student registrations instructions, insert that link into the Moodle shell. And the students now, once they register and log in to Connect, they can get immediate access, first day access as soon as they log in to the electronic content if they choose to use the electronic textbook, and is where you can set up your homework assignments and tests and quizzes and all that. And again, I'm going to kind of summarize this into a Word document, and I'm going to send you the ones for you with a few handouts. and the ones that we're sending out to the students as well. You may want to take that one to the students. You can certainly embed it into your Moodle as well, so they'll have access to that again, just in case a late ad is added to your course. Finally, as you move forward, if you have any questions, please let us know. We'll try our best to get it reconciled for you. Please bear in mind, if a student is having connect problems, they may have to contact the customer care of McGraw-Hill or our bookstore. The only thing that you and I can do is to make sure the links are in Moodle and that the links are valid and that they are working. Anything but the other, that just frankly will have to contact the McGraw-Hill, because again, they do not grant us the administration rights to go in and make any changes to that piece. You do have administrative rights to your particular course to go in there and select the assignments and make all the due dates and those things. That's what we do have. But if they're having technical difficulties, I would tell them to contact either the bookstore and or customer care service there at McGraw-Hill. And if you have any questions, please let me know. And thank you so much for your support as we continue this new initiative for the university. Hopefully make it easier for you, the students, and be able to get the students immediate access, as well as saving them a few dollars moving forward with their textbooks. Thank you so much.